into a relationship with a woman, he should provide her every need. Now, if I'm grinding, I don't need a woman. I should be focused on taking care of myself. And when I get to that level, now I can bring you into my world. Because you can't respect me if you're taking care of me. You can't respect me if you're going half on my bills. And this is what happened. A lot of men don't date to bring a woman into the world to uplift them. They're dating for financial assistance. And the aspect of my life, because I know what you're going to bring to me. When I put you in an environment of peace, when I put you in an environment when you feel secure, you're going to elevate. And when a woman elevates, good women are going to elevate the men right next to them. So you become my diamond in the rough.
How do you know who's a good woman and who's not, though?
I don't worry about that. I'm a good man. I don't care if you're tarnished. I'm going to perfect you.
Shine you
if
up,
I'm
baby.
a good man, this is what's going to happen.
I love this.
She's
like, I'm here for it.
I need this recorded.
I mean, it is recorded.
And my morning mantras. I need to cut someone.
We need to play these as morning affirmations from today on, right?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You ready to dig into this, fellas? Roll the intro.
With the stick, yeah. She said she wanna be up on my team, but she can't love me, yeah. Really, she don't want a man, she want a gummy bear.
Now, I'll be honest, man. There's nothing more egregious than hearing a man, if we can call him that, speak like this. I instantly go into who raised him. Was it his mama, his auntie, his grandmama? I mean, clearly it was a woman. But what makes this channel different than any other channels, bro, is that it's not just like your typical red pill talk, whatever they call that. We want to know, is this concept of putting your wife, your woman first, biblical? We've heard it several times throughout, pop culture, music, especially R&B music. Simply put, no. When you look at the hierarchy of how a family is supposed to be structured, the moment you leave heaven and come onto earth and you're dealing with the man, that's who comes first. Then it is your woman. And then it's the things or the souls that are created from that institution of marriage, which are the children. Neither come before the husband, neither come before the man. And you know what's so crazy that you hear a lot of church-going women will say, oh, my children are coming first. Well, I don't know what Bible you're reading from, sweetheart. These are the same women who say that they auntie, they daddy, they uncle or somebody is a pastor, preacher. And I say, all that's cool or whatever, but what they've been teaching you? How is it that you both claim to believe in this book? Yeah, but you don't even know your order and your place. You do know that Yahweh is a God of decency and order, that we ought to do things in decency and order. Here, let's focus on the order part. Whenever the woman feels, says, or acts like she needs to come first, she's out of order, bro. And minute we allow that, we're not decent. That's not decent. That is not acting in decency. You ought to put no one before you. You put yourself first. The woman will tell a man and tell the children and tell everyone, happy wife, happy life. Is that true? And when women repeat these things, bro, that's a form of magic. The recantating, the manifestation, you keep saying it over and over and over again. Have you ever watched Harry Potter? You realize he keeps saying the same spell, and each time he says it, he gets a little louder. And so you, as the audience, you start to believe it's actually working, so guess what happens? It starts to actually work. But we not into that though, bro. We ain't saying nothing more than once. The Bible says, let your yes be yes and your no's be no's. Anything else is of the devil, dog. We not doing no big explanations and all that and repeat. We're not doing that, man. So again, who came up with the phrase, happy wife, happy life? Well, I'm gonna tell you, most likely was a woman who repeated it long enough so it became truth, because no one actually stood up and challenged that notion. There is no such thing as a happy wife, happy life. What is happiness to a woman who is led by emotions that pull and push like the tides of the ocean? What makes her happy yesteryear won't do it this year, bro. She said that as long as she got this and that and was able to achieve this, she'd be that. And then she did that and she's still giving you this. She's still unhappy. And I've told you brothers before, women are most happy when they are serving you. That is the truth. Never mind what she says. That sounds chauvinistic. I can't believe you would. Listen, bro. Just examine your woman if you've been with her long enough. Most of us men have had situations like that. Now think about when you got the best out of her. Think about when she was most pleasant to be around. Think about when you actually was excited to see her. Get up with her. Think about the times that you kind of missed her when you wasn't around her. Was it when you were giving her the earth, the sun, the stars, the moons, and everything else with the red balloons? Or was it when you was doing you? Was it when you were fulfilling your purpose on purpose? I'm just telling you, when that woman first met you, bro, a lot of times the woman meets us in our element, man. And I get it. You know, a lot of us, we coming from the streets, so the element may not be a good one. But that does not mean that everything that we practice while in our element is bad. Meaning like this, your element could have been a street fighter, bro. Every day you fighting, every day you fighting. Yeah, that's a bad element to be in, but you also picked up some good discipline habits. You also picked up some good tuck your chin, you know, bob and weave. There were some good habits that you picked up while in that element. That when you leave street fighting and you go into a gym, which is a better, more wholesome element, are you to abandon all of the disciplinary actions, all of the traits that you learn in your element? No. But you know what we do when we get married, brothers, is that we take things that kept us alive. We take things that promoted us and pushed us forward. We take things that, you know, drove us and kept us driven, you know, while in a bad element, and we throw out the baby with the bathwater when we move into the new element known as marriage. And what happens is that we end up losing our edge. And if a man loses his edge, well, truth be told, he's lost his health. I mean, honestly, what's a sword without an edge? I mean, tell me, what's a man without an edge? What is a warrior without strength? What makes him different than the women or the children at that point? The incapacitated, the unable. When you get your element, and man, you know how hard it is going through those wonder years, especially if you didn't have a man, you know, to show you the ropes. You know how difficult it is to find your element. The things that you do in it, do not lose that when you transition over to being a believer in Yahshua or more of a Bible or biblical man. There are a lot of things in your life that actually may need to cross over with you. So a happy wife, a happy life is completely false. Truth be told, a happy man is God's plan. Because let me tell you what we can do with a happy man. He can go and reach the community. You know, even if he doesn't have children of his own, the communities nowadays are wrought with fatherless children. He can be a father to them, a father figure. We always had that one guy who fixed on bikes in my neighborhood. You know, the one older dude who you could take your bike there, get your tire changed, pumped up, brakes oiled, all that, yeah, because we didn't know. Like, and then he would teach us. You know, you always had that one older male counterpart in everybody's community. I don't know about nowadays, but back then you did. The unofficial neighborhood dad. And when the mothers cooked out, he always got a plate. You know, that's what a happy man does, man. See, happy men go on to be coaches. And those coaches end up helping to turn out players like Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, and so forth. And they change lives. You know, that's what happy men do. When they're fulfilled, they're living their purpose on purpose. The impact that you can have on your world is monumental, bro. And it all starts with you. How can you ever fulfill yourself when you are trying to constantly refill a cracked bottle, a cracked cistern? Soon as you pour water into it, it leaks out. Soon as you turn your back, it starts to leak out. You turn back around, it's empty like you never poured water into it. Some of our women are like that, bro. You can't build anything with a man who is unsatisfied, unfulfilled, finding purpose, looking for purpose, or maybe lost their purpose. Now, this channel is mostly for men, but like women, if you happen to be listening and you've been in a situation, you know exactly what I'm about to say. Could you have been that perfect woman that came, very submissive, willing to work X amount of jobs to support whatever goal, whatever hustle, whatever dream your man had, but nothing was enough? Nothing was good enough, right? No matter what you did. He said he wanted more of a freak. You became more of a freak. He said he wanted meals from scratch. You did that. You made biscuits from batch, and nothing was good enough. You know why? because he's unfulfilled. And you cannot give him that. That's something that he has to seek out with him and his father, his creator. And in order for that to happen, he's going to have to put himself first. Nothing will be right if that order is off. Nothing. Don't rush and have children with him, because you're only going to further complicate and exacerbate an issue already. Go back to the root of it, dog. Men, you have to put you first. Now you look at this guy here, man. You know, one thing he says that I do agree is that she's coming into your world. And that's true. The woman is coming into your world.
And when I get to that level, now I can bring you into my world.
But you see, you can't bring her into your world and then as soon as she get there, it automatically becomes her world. No! And that's what we do. Then the roles, the dynamics is switched. Confusion is abound. No. I'm not telling you she can't come and add on to your world, but it still needs to be your world. My wives, when they wake up, they think about me. All throughout the day, they think about me. On my way home, they think about me. On the way to bed, whether I'm sleeping with any of them, one of them, or none of them, they think about me. My shower was prepared, whether I took one at night or not. My meal is prepared, whether I ate it the night or not. My drinks are prepared, whether I drank them that night or not. My bed is made up, whether I lay in it the night or not, and so forth, bro. So if your woman says she thinks about you, but you don't have anything tangible to link it to, it's just fluff. Remember, love is a verb, it must be shown. But you are to be her world, man. This isn't chauvinistic or egotistic. Eve never knew a single day without her husband, man. Now, when Adam was created, we don't know how long it took for him to, cry out and then the consummation or the creation, rather, of Eve was done. We don't know if that was 40 years into his life, 100 years, 200-300 years. The man lived to be 930 years. So that's a big span. We simply don't know if she came in around the 600-700 year mark. We don't know. What I'm telling you is that when Adam was created, he knew his daddy, he knew his father, and he had a purpose. And he wanted a little more. Eve was the little more. No fault in that. But it still was Adam's world. That's why when Adam disobeyed, Adam lost his world and it went to Satan. It was never Eve's world, bro. So in your home or wherever you are, wherever you dwell, whose world is it? Hers or yours? Do you live in her world, her shadow? Or is it something that's biblical? A world that you have created, designed, refined for her kind. Again, because anything else is unbiblical. And if you don't have a world to bring her into, then you probably shouldn't be dealing with women anyway right now. Your whole primary focus and goal should be to build up. See, the women, they look at that and they want to do the same thing, bro. They want to get out here and run this up and run it up and grab. Listen, that was never a job, a lane intended. Let's get back to purpose again, right? Let's get back to order. Was that something the God of the Bible that you say you believe and read from ordained for you? Is either yes or no? But it doesn't even matter right now because see, a lot of those women are going to hit the wall. They're going to get to a point where they realize, wow, I've chased this up, I ran this up, yet I still feel unhappy. And woe to the man that comes in trying to save that. Because I'm going to tell you another thing too, brothers. We shouldn't be out here trying to heal broken women. In a way, a woman shouldn't be out here trying to heal broken men. One, she's unable, she's incapable anyway. Men can heal men, Our Heavenly Father can heal men. She can't. Because see, any woman that really loves you, bro, and really wants to be with you and wants the best for you, she's not going to want to come to you broken anyway. She's going to want to come to you being able to give you the best of her, even if it's the rest of her. Man, are y'all hearing me, bro? She's not even going to want to be in your face. She's going to be shamefaced because she's broken. You're going to have to go and seek for her. Yo, where's she at? Why? Because she knows in her current state, she's not able to offer you much of or anything, really, because she's broken. And if she really loved you like she says she did, she would never want to come to you in any other state but the best. As best as she can get it and let you deal with the rest. Because think about it. If she goes to a job interview and a job that she really, really, really wants, Does she go to the job interview mangled looking, disheveled, dirty, unkept, breath stinking? No. She really wants that position there, and so she presents herself as the best candidate out of all the other candidates. See, the woman you dealing with may be like, oh, well, you got too many. I'm not about to compete. Well, but I don't think she really wants you like that. Cause you go compete for a job that's only paying you X amount of dollars an hour. You'll go compete for the same job that would, if you died today, they would have your listing available before you even had an obituary put out. These jobs don't care nothing about you. You would go compete for that. You'll drive an hour every day to and fro to that same job, sit in traffic every day for that same job. You'll compete for that. But a man that's to come in and cherish, love, protect, uphold, inspire, all that, you wouldn't do it for him? Again, brother, she may not like you like that. Heal people, man. Hurt people. Now, I dig it. I get it. You know, like here in America, everyone's kind of broken here, bro. Like if you come from a single parent household, you're broken. You know, if she's never seen a successful marriage, she's broken. If her mama has unresolved issues that she's been dealing with from the past, this woman is broken. If there are generational curses that you can see, even with you being in whatever state you're in, that woman is broken. If she's trying to find her purpose, though she says she reads the Bible, and I don't know how that you could I just don't know how a woman could read the Bible and still struggle with the identity crisis, because it's right there in the first book. But if she struggles with that, brother, she's broken. And much of these can apply to us as well. Her being broken does not take her out there running. I've dealt with broken women before, bro. I can't fix them, nor can you. What we can do is give them tools to help them seek out their salvation, their own salvation, with fear and trembling. Cause guess what? I sought out mine, and wasn't a woman in sight, dawg. There wasn't a woman in sight. And for most of us men, as you're going through the daily rigmarole, the struggle to break the generational curses, the struggle to actually make it out of the spiritual blockade that they have us in, being a stolen people on a stolen land, and heaven knows whatever witchcraft they have on us, bro. You're gonna do that, and you'll look, and a lot of times there won't be a woman or the woman right there beside you when you have your breakthrough moment. That was something you had to do for you, which goes back to what I'm saying earlier. Put you first. Let me tell you something. I make sure I do a lot. Don't get me wrong, no. I do a lot. But I'll need time for mental clarity. So I may go on an hour walk. That is a prerequisite. If you need me, women, to come and help you sort through your issues, I'm going to need clarity coming into the situation. I mean, anything that you would need me to do, whether it's being a warrior, you always men have to be at the peak of performance, the peak perfection. You know what tripped me out is that even the sports players, man, they know that even when you're off season, that's not a time to stay out of training. Those players have off season training, man. Or, you know, maybe they play their primary sports in the fall, and so in the summer they pick up another activity. Either way, they stay at peak performance, peak health, peak everything. You have to be called on and ready to be called on at a moment's notice for anything, not only life here on earth is going to give you, but anything that hell may give you, and more importantly, anything that heaven may task you with. Brothers, are you up for the task? Will you be up for the task? Or do you need some time to get yourself ready and some time to, listen, cuz when hell comes to knock at your door, you ain't got no time. The time is now. You best respond. When heaven lays up on your heart and says, move for this person or do this for that person, do you have to go run back and explain to your wife what you're about to do? Sit her down and answer questions that you don't really have an answer to? Could you imagine if Abraham had to report to his wife when y'all told him to, get thee from thy father's land? How long would that excursion would have taken if he had to spend 2-3 days or even months trying to convince his wife? What's happening? Because some of you men want to move, but you can't. This is unnatural. It's unbiblical. This simp here speaking believes, like most men do, that you work, you pay the bills for this woman, and then you die. And that's what being a real man is. No, brothers, that's what being a real simp is. We ain't about that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It should be your way or no way, and no way is okay. And if she can't get with that, she can't get with you. Point blank, period. We're not arguing about what's the prize and who the prize is. See, honestly, bro, even that school of thought is elementary, because you gotta understand, this goes without saying. Why is something a prize? Well, it's because it's valuable. And what makes it valuable? It's rarity. And ask yourself, brothers, how many brothers do you know in your phone that is holding it down, that's standing on business like you? How many brothers do you know that you came up with, made it out of the same situation that you did, having more or less? How many brothers do you know? If you're listening to this, you are one of the rare, the few. We don't gotta argue about who's the prize. Gold never argues its worth. A lion never tells you it's a lion, it just does what it does. Again, we're not even going in those arenas with these women, bro. You understand me? Last thing, these women they're laughing at this chump. They're talking about put it into the daily affirmations. What's a daily affirmation for a woman? Again, these are things that she repeats to herself because they seem so untrue. She has to constantly repeat them to herself to make them seem real. Again, more witchcraft, but that's neither here nor there. This is what this chump sounds like. And I believe he's married, and it's really probably good that he is, because if he wasn't, he'd be a placeholder for a lot of 304s, dog. He'd be a doormat for a lot of 304s, man. Simp of the year would be to this guy right here. But I guarantee you this. I don't care if he's a Muslim, a Hindu, or whatever. The woman that he has married to him, I guarantee you, the moment he will start to apply biblical principle as a man, he's going to run into issues with the woman that he thinks loves him most so dearly. But I guarantee you, you want to shake up a relationship? Stand on biblical principle as a man, dog. Stand on biblical rights that you were given as a man, dog. These are known as inalienable rights, meaning that no one can alienate you or separate you from them because they were endowed to you from up above, man. Some of these rights have found their way into the U.S. Constitution, known as inalienable rights. And one of those inalienable rights says that you have the right to the pursuit of happiness, man. Who can deny you that? So if you want 2 or 3, let it be. Go do it. You have that right, brothers. If you want more children, go do it. If you want to increase your home, if you want to move out of the current situation you are, if you want to leave that city, if you want to move overseas, if you want to grow a garden, if you want to, sell a car and buy another one, brothers, go do it. Quite too often we look to our women for approval, and that's what this simp here is doing. He's getting all the approval that you would as a little boy when you're in school. Your mama takes you to school, or the bus driver comes get you. Sometimes she's a woman. Then you get there, your teacher is a woman. Your people who feed you in the school, they're women. You're always around women. You got a little girl that likes you. She's in a little pack full of other little girls, and if you can get them to all to like you, then. So what happens is that as you grow up, we start to look for approval from women, and that too is unnatural. So this guy here, he probably feels good sitting in that circle full of women, getting their approval. Still unnatural. We don't care about their approval. We were not put here to approve our decisions. Know your place. Stay in the race. Brothers, please, please, please put yourselves first. There's way too many of us suffering from mental health. The suicide rate on men is up. And I'm tired of losing brothers, dog, because I'm going to tell you like this. For the days coming, I'm going to need y'all. And we're going to need each other, bro. And I don't care if you blood, Crip, Hoover, neighborhood, Crip, you hear me? I don't care what. I don't care what it is. We need each other right now. We need each other right now, dog. Please, take care of yourselves, man. Your women, don't depend on her for that right now, guys. It's alright, you gotta lead by example. So when she comes into your world and she sees that you prioritize yourself, she's gonna fall in line with that regimen. Don't lose it. I don't care if it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. You were groomed. America groomed us to be subservient to our women. So that's why it feels uncomfortable. Keep going through it, or pick the phone up and call her brother and get some strength and some inspiration, or play these videos back. But take care of yourselves, starting with you first. Y'all brothers be blessed, man. Say loud.
Be up on my team, but she can't love me, yeah. Really, she don't want a man, she want a gummy bear.